American Express is a well-known financial institution that millions have trusted for their banking and credit cards needs for over 100 years. However, there are some significant disadvantages to American Express, also often called Amex for short. This has caused potential and current consumers to ask what's bad about American Express. So in this video, we're going to talk about 3 reasons to avoid the American Express card. The video is going to be amazing, so make sure you stick to the end. Number 3. American Express card limits can be excessive. High credit card limits don't initially sound like a drawback to most people. In fact, it seems like it would be a good thing. High credit card limits can be useful for building credit due to improved credit utilization. However, the high limits on Amex cards, often much higher than their competitors, can be a drawback for some consumers. High spending limits won't be an issue if the consumer has a good grasp of interest rates and spends wisely. Inversely, for somebody new to credit cards or prone to poor financial management, this could be devastating. High interest rates combined with high credit card limits means that a month of reckless spending could keep a consumer trapped in a cycle of debt and interest rates for a long time. The consumer is prone to overspending on their credit cards if they're not informed about good financial practices. Some critics wonder if credit card companies like American Express give excessively high spending limits by design to lure consumers into more spending than they can afford. This issue compounds with higher than necessary credit card limits. Consumers should take extra caution when pursuing an American Express card and be wary of accepting a card well out of their financial limits. Credit card companies gain most of their revenue through interest rates and late payment fees. The lure of rewards and cashback must be weighed against the devastating reality of high interest rates. Before we move on, support us by hitting subscribe and the bell icon so that we can be notified when we post new videos. Now let's get back to our topic. Number 2. American Express fees. American Express generates a significant portion of its revenue from transaction processing. Many merchants accept American Express cards and are willing to pay the transaction fees associated with processing because of the advantages that come with offering American Express as a payment option to customers. Unlike Visa and MasterCard, American Express operates its own network, which means it charges vendors an additional fee to use the card. That means that you won't be able to use your American Express card everywhere. In particular, smaller retailers will decline an American Express card, and if you're buying anything online with it, you may be charged extra, so take that into account when looking at the rewards. American Express cards that offer nice extras like cashback or air miles also tend to have limits on the offers. For instance, the cashback offers may be limited in time, or you only receive your air miles if you spend a minimum amount. While this is fine in principle, it means that it can also be very easy to miss out on rewards if you miscalculate, although the same is true for all rewards cards. What's more, if the offers are time limited, the card simply becomes a standard credit card after that offer expires. As these reward cards often have high interest rates, it makes the card potentially expensive to use after the offer expires. Number 1. Strict card limits for Amex customers. This is another one of those topics that won't affect most consumers, but for credit card enthusiasts, the strict credit card limits imposed by American Express can be disappointing. American Express only lets its consumers have up to 4 of their card offerings at one time. Why would anybody want more than 4 credit cards from one banking institution? Well, many consumers do something called point churning, which basically means getting a card for its welcome bonus. After the welcome bonus has been earned, the consumer closes the card and starts the process over again. Again, this likely will not affect the majority of banking customers. However, the stricter limits have been disappointing to those who are trying to maximize points and rewards. Additionally, the limit extends to both personal and business cards, so consumers who need additional American Express cards for business purposes may find themselves frustrated by the limits. American Express consumers, particularly in recent years, have been complaining more frequently about poor quality customer service. Things like concierge services and card services are coming under scrutiny for long wait times and unaddressed service issues. So do you like this channel about big companies? Then subscribe to our channel and leave this video a like if you liked it.